Assalamualaikum and hi. So today we are from section 1/2, group 3. We are going to present our lab 2 entitled Human Machine Interface System, which is HMI. So from this lab, you have two tasks, which is task 1 and task 2. In task 1, we have section A and section B. For section A, we are going to do the basic PLC programming for Omron CS Designer interfacing using Omron CS Programmer, which is we are going to use CS Designer and CS Programmer at the same time. So Akmal, can you scroll down for task 1A? Okay, so this is for basic PLC. In this task 1A, we are going to use start button, stop button, and motor, which is we want to test the input and the output. So as we can see in the ladder diagram, we have to create the ladder diagram to activate the motor, which is before we upgrade to task 1B. Firstly we will use task 1A. We will create task 1A. So Akmal, can you open the task 1B? So that's after we upgrade. Okay, at the same time. Okay, so actually for task 1A, we only use start, stop button and motor. So we use the start when the start button on, the motor will activate, while when the stop button on, the motor will stop, will turn off. So that's how task 1 begin. So after that, it will upgrade to task 1B. Akmal, can you explain how task 1B?
Alright, so I will continue with task 1B. Okay.
Oh, I
So
forgot to
here is the
explain.
task 1B, which is the
Akmal,
basic.
I forgot to explain that CS
You want to extend
program.
this?
No, I want to explain about the CS programmer and CS designer. So actually, CS designer is the platform that we have to design, right? We have to design the system, and then the CS programmer,
Yeah.
we can create the ladder diagram, the flow of the system. So that's how. You can continue now.
Yeah. Actually the design of a system, which is in like this in real life design, in design that we can see. So that is what part 1B is supposed to be, which is we gonna design this button plus the motor. So as you can see at the lab sheet around here, where is it? Yes. We can see around here the task has asked us to upgrade after we finishing the what you say, the task 1A, which is to make start, stop, and also timer button only. So as you can see at the instruction 9 here, after we successfully doing that, we gonna edit operation to add the timer. So this is what I'm gonna explain about, which is the timer part that can be connected with our CS designer. Okay, so as you can see, here we have the, let's say, the test mode for the CS designer that we have set it up. In this case, we have start and stop button and also a motor. So when we turn on the start button, it will supposedly turn on the timer and turn on the motor also. And when the timer ends, the motor also will end, will stop working. So if we turn on the start and also turn off the stop button at the same time, it will turn off. So that is the upgrade, the simulation upgrade that we have in part 1A. So without further ado, let's us continue with the
Task 2.
Okay.
the task 2. I'm sorry, it's a little bit lagging. I'm sorry for that. So for task 2, we're gonna design a ladder diagram. Will make the system of putting apple into a box. So let us continue with Annabelle and Mustaqim, part 2. Okay, please continue.
Okay, let me share the task 2. So in task 2, do a ladder diagram and also the CX designer on so the first step is, so when the start button is triggered, so the box conveyor will start moving. Then there are sensor, which is the sensor 2 here, will detect the box. Once the sensor detect the box, it will automatically stop box and the conveyor apple will start running. So they also have sensor 1, which will detect the apple. The sensor 1 detect apple, which is falling to the box. It will detect count, and they will detect and count until 10 apples. After 10 apples, the apple conveyor will stop moving, and then the conveyor box will start moving, and this will on until stop push button is triggered. Okay, so now we are going to see the ladder diagram and also CX program.
Okay, so for the ladder diagram, as we can see, when we in the trunk 0, so we will start the push button, and then the conveyor box will continuously running. There is a safe holding, okay, circuit, and then the conveyor box will running until there's a box. Sensor to detect the box, and then the conveyor box will stop, and then it will activate the conveyor apple. Okay, the conveyor apple. Sensor 1 will detect 10 piece of apple, and then it will reset again 0, and when it been reset, the conveyor box will run forward again until sensor 2 detect another new box, and it will continuously in a loop. Okay, that's all for the diagram. So we can see it simulate in HMI. Okay, Annabelle.
We are going to see the working of the simulation in CX designer. So we're going to compare and see. So here, so when I press the start button, so you can see the conveyor box is triggered and start moving. Okay, then when I press sensor 2, so the conveyor box and the conveyor apple will start moving. So we can see it right here. So in rung 0, the conveyor box is not moving.
It has stopped, right?
Yes, it stopped because it's white. So then apple is start running, so the apple will drop to the box. So it will count until 10. So So what you see here,
So there's a counter
you can see.
there.
So we're gonna press this until 10. So after 10, the conveyor stop moving and the conveyor box will continue to move another empty box of that need to be.
In addition, Annabelle, whenever we stop, we push stop button in any state, the conveyor box is moving or conveyor apple is moving, it will reset all over again, including the counter. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
because in the ladder diagram we put here the stop button we put in here where it a conveyor box, and also we also put the stop button to the conveyor apple. So whenever we need to stop, so stop any one of the two conveyor. So for reset, so we see here we put like a counter here, this counter, so it will control the conveyor box, and also this is the motor conveyor box. So whenever this triggered, will act as the counter, so this will make the conveyor box move again whenever this counter is count until 10.
Yeah.
Huh? What?
So can you show us on the HMI, Annabelle?
Okay,
As
here.
an example.
Show
So-
us while it count. When it's count.
Start over.
Okay, so here, let me just stop. Just stop this. Okay, so when it start, then this one is in this box, conveyor box, so we can stop. So if we stop, so this both of this conveyor is not moving. So if we start again, sensor detect and this start moving. So when we stop, it
It
resets
resets
again.
back.
So
Try.
Oh.
Annabelle, try show the counting.
Yeah.
Oh,
While
okay.
it counts
Okay.
things.
So whenever whatever volume value of apples, so if you press stop and back, so
Yeah, it will
Yeah.
reset back.
that's basically.
Okay, nice. That's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's all.
Okay. So, yeah. Dah ambil ke video?